Hello and welcome to episode 10 of Carp and Carl. You join me and Callum at Marshview Fisheries. It's the first time I've ever fished here, so in this episode we're going to be showing you how to approach new waters. A little bit about what we've done to start with. Turned up here, obviously never fished it before. Bailiffs met us down here, took us for a walk around the lake, showing us all the key spots. We chose to fish peg 1 and 2. We're in here together, sort of a little bit fenced off of the lake, so we're in here nice and secure. We've just got a little, what's this, sort of a channel on our left and channels on our right with an island in the middle. So we've had a couple of indications so far, but no fish. The bailiff's going to be coming back down here in a minute to give us a little chat about the lake, so we'll get you back on there then. For today, as it's a new water, what we have done is we've set all of our rods up differently. That's mainly, I've got 3 rods with me, even though it's a 2 rod limit. I've set one on a bottom bait, one on a pop-up and one on a zig. Mainly because, as we've never fished here, we don't know what works until we get down and speak to the bailiff and see what's happening. So by putting all 3 different tactics, one on the bottom, one pop-up, one zig, you've got every area covered without having to rummage around in tackle box trying to find out what you need when you get here. Have everything prepared at home, get your rig sorted, and once you get here, quick walk round and we know what spots to fish and how to fish them. Right then guys, as I told you earlier, when fishing new waters, it really helps if you can get as much information about the place as possible. Now obviously it'd help loads more if you could find out a lot before you go, so you know how to set up and what you're using. But just for the video, I've chosen the bailiff Scotty. Hello Scotty.
Morning.
Has come down, met me down here. He's going to talk to us a little bit more about the place.
Right, Marshview's a 2-acre lake. It's a widened dike. We've got reed islands for you to fish to. Depths go from 4 to 8 foot.
Right. So what sort of fish you got in here?
We've got mirror carp, common, crucians, koi, tench, golden tench, perch, rudd and roach.
Yeah.
Biggest one out so far is a common of 15.2, but we only took the place on in October, and that's pretty new to us, so there's no telling what's going to come out this year.
Awesome. So obviously me and Callum have never fished here before, so what sort of rigs and bait do you suggest?
This morning I would go for boilies on a stiff hinge, something like that.
Yep.
Float fishing works well, and run and ledger surprisingly well.
Yep.
The fish here will take pretty much anything: maggots, sweet corn, luncheon meat, all the usual baits. But we've been introducing some boilies, and they're pretty much taking any flavoured boilies. So
brilliant. So obviously never been here. So what type of fishery are you? Do you allow families to come down?
Yeah, we're pretty much family orientated sort of. You know, I mean, it's a good little place to bring children to learn to fish. Seems though we've got a stock of smaller fish, and day tickets are £5 for 1 rod, 7 for 2, and
brilliant.
Yeah.
So how are people going to get contact with you? Because obviously they're going to want to find more information about the place.
They can find us on Facebook. We've got a Facebook site, Marshview Fisheries. Join that, and I'll add you on that. Or you can contact me on my mobile. Phone number's 077 65 171 074.
Brilliant.
So give us a shout up and we'll get you sorted.
Just in case people don't want to contact you before, how can they find you? Where are we?
Well, we're in Borough Castle on Church Road, and the postcode is NR31 9QQ. So you can look us up on there, or Google Maps. We're on there as well, so
brilliant.
You can see what the place looks like.
I'll put all the contact details and everything in the description below. So if you need to get hold of Scotty, then I'll put them in the description, all the links to the Facebook and everything. Now we know how to fish the place and hopefully get some fish. Right guys, just thought I'd about 10:30, 11 o'clock time, just thought I'd just give you a bit of an update on what's going on. Still had no fish, but we don't think we're going to catch straight away. Obviously new water, you can't always think you're going to catch straight away because you've got to know how the water works. So we've just been trying different tactics, different spots, see what's happening. I'm just going to take a minute to talk to you about some new baits that I've got from they are distributed from Copdock Mill, so you can get them from all tackle shops that deal with Copdock. And yeah, so I've got the Rob Hutchinson's Legend pop-ups in Monster Crab, 14mm. Comes in a nice little pot with an extra seal on the inside to keep them nice and fresh. Yeah, nice sort of purpley pink, oily, really strong flavour. I've got that on my stiff hinge, which is on one of my rods. And then also I've got the Crafty Catcher wafters. I think they are more 15mm. It's basically a wafter is an in-between a pop-up and a bottom bait. So what it does is it just sits just up off of the bottom, but the weight of your hook will pull it down, so it takes all of the weight out of your hook. So when a fish picks up the boilie, the hook should just fly into the fish's mouth with no resistance or nothing to stop it. So it just makes it a hell of a lot easier to get a nice firm hook hold. So yeah, they're sort of a two-tone colour. They are, what flavour are they? Tootie and shrimp. And I've also got the Crafty Candies by Crafty Catcher. These are a bottom bait, assorted colours, pink and white, yellow and orange and white. There's assorted colours there, they don't fall out. So yeah, they smell brilliant. They're just normal bottom baits, but obviously you can see by all the colours they're going to stand out by like a sore thumb on the bottom. Next one I've got, mainly used for float fishing, but I've just brought them with me to show you, as we might do a little bit of float fishing lately, might we? So they are the Crafty Catcher strawberry jelly pellets. You get a really nice big tub of them. Just little jelly pellets, really squishy, nice, sort of like a pasty kind of consistency. But yeah, haven't managed to use them yet because obviously I might have a little float fish later, but probably going to use them more on my matches and stuff. But really impressed with them, they look really good. I've got the exact same in the coconut. Sounds fantastic. Obviously same sort of thing, squishy, easily to put on your hook, but they are made for float fishing. Obviously they're going to be too small or anything for what sort of fishing we're doing. I have been using them in my stick mixes, so I just feel they just give off a little bit more flavour, and they're just different breakdowns and stuff to other pellets than that. I've been using them in them. And finally, Mega Tutti Frutti 14mm. The Rob Hutchinson instant boilies. Only ever used them now, never really used any of the Rob Hutchinson stuff or the Crafty Catcher, but just thought I'd give it a go, and I'm well impressed. Absolutely brilliant stuff. These are bright orange, it's really going to stand out. They smell absolutely incredible, strongest boilies I've smelt, so I'm really impressed with them. I'm using them on my snowmans and stuff today, but really impressed with them. That's the new sort of stuff I've got. As I say, on a new water, so not really too disappointing that we haven't caught yet, because we're just trying to find the fish. I think when we find the bait that's working, we find the fish, we will have a few. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I've kind of changed over to a solid PVA bag with pellet. The bailiff told me that they do like a bit of pellet sometimes, but the wind's blowing in our face, so with any luck the fish should be coming down with the wind, so we should be in perfect position to get them. But bailiff Scotty you saw earlier. He's going to be coming down later, and we're going to go for a walk around the lake and show you all the pegs on the lake, and he's going to tell us where all the key spots are. If any of you are going to come fish here, you know exactly where to fish. So hopefully we should get some fish. Right guys, just going to quickly show you the swim we're in. This is my swim, my rods. Excuse the dog. So you know the dog is not ours, there's a sort of a pub behind us, and he's the owner of the pub's dog, we think, but the bailiff Scotty said he'll just come sit with you all day and he will not move unless we get a run. So with any luck he could be a sign for us to get a fish. But this is my swim. Kind of got one to the corner of that reed bed there and one down here somewhere, but you can't really see where it is. And Callum's got his rods in this channel, but the place is surrounded by reed beds. And yeah, really impressed with the complex, to be fair. Really nice place. It's a bit open, but with the shelter and that, we're all nice and in, so we're alright, we're comfy, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right guys, rod absolutely screamed off. We both pooed ourselves, that was screaming.
Had a heart attack.
Same rod, back in the middle of this big reed bed. Just put a solid bag on full of pellets and crushed up boilies. And I think it's coming through. Don't know the size. I don't know if you can see the splashing about. It's in the reeds. Oh. Yes, it's through.
Is it in?
Yes. Right, so that was on the new Rod Hutchinson, or well, new to me, Rod Hutchinson's balance wafters. Just sitting up just off the bottom, took the weight of the hook off. Oh, that's me, don't worry. Basically when that fish just sucked in that boilie, that had no chance, that was nailed. Just grab myself a net. Any luck we can land him. Here he is. Oh!
No,
No! No! Right then guys, obviously showing you how to fish new waters. We haven't caught anything yet. We've had 5 runs, but been losing them in the reeds. Had one come to the net, as you probably saw, but we lost that one as well. So we've chose to move a bit further down the lake and set up. I'll show you the swim in a minute. But yeah, we still really haven't caught anything. We've still got a couple of hours left, so we're going to give it to go in this new spot and hopefully we'll do alright. Just like to say happy birthday to Adrian Dorlan in Coulson Tackle Centre. Can't really say his age today, don't think he'd appreciate it very much, but anyway, well done for your week's catfishing last week, AD. Happy birthday, mate. Just had this screaming run, so I just moved the rod onto a sheltered piece of reeds, far margin. I'll just turn the camera around and show you. As you can see, fish has gone round a reed, but I've still got it on. There it is. It's under one of the reeds, and then its line's gone out under another.
Hmm?
Yes. There it is.
Still on?
That's on.
Can't lose this one.
As you can probably see, fish is still on, it's not in the snag. It might just come out, splashing around. very tight clutch, just trying to keep this fish on. But I might have finally got it. Hurry! Come on, baby. All I did, a solid bag of mixed 2s, 4s and 6mm pellet with a balanced wafter, just sitting off the bottom, taking all the weight out of the hook. When the fish finally takes the bait, it's nailed straight away. See, it's been snagged up 3 times, the hook still hasn't come out. The hook hold is superb. Really fighting. Come on. There we are. Come on. There we go. Just trying to get back in. There he is. There we go then, guys. Shows that when you're trying to fish new waters, it pays off to keep moving, keep all your gear light. If you're not getting them, just move spots, get your rods out, hopefully you'll get some. This one weighs in at 10 pounds too. It's got a little nick on the top of its tail, but apart from that, what a stunner. Right then, guys, after just having that fish, I'm just going to run you through the rig I had it on. Got a hybrid dead clip, got 3-ounce lead on it, down to 15-pound sink line, a size, I think that is a 8 or 10 quarter hook with a balanced wafter, so that'll just sink slowly, just lay on the bottom with that just sitting up just off the hook, which just makes the hook weightless, and then when the fish takes the boilie, they will not feel any resistance from the hook and it'll just fly in and catch hold of the lip. So I'm now going to show you my PVA bag that I'm using with it. Basically got a mixture of 2s, 4s and 6mm halibut and just normal coarse pellets, using a Fox Rapid Load PVA system. I'm not using the whole Rapid Load bit, I'm just doing it by hand, but they're just the bags I'm using. They're quite a small bag. Like that. Let me just angle the camera. And I'm just basically in the bag, put my hook bait in it.
Sorry.
Pushing that down to the bottom. And then just basically filling it up with a few pellets, not too many at the moment. Just like so, just to cover up that hook and just keep that layer sorted. I place in my bed system, I shake that down, and then just fill the rest of the bag up with some pellet. To do that, I'm going to just pat it down, it's all compact, twist it, put about 2 twists in it, and lick it, and just keep twisting and licking. And there you have it. a PVA bag. Now this isn't going to cast very far. It's not the neatest PVA bag, but I'm just doing a little underarm flick, so it's just perfect to put a nice load of bait out where I need it. I made another stick mix for this session that unfortunately I haven't used due to when I talk to the bailiff, that sort of thing doesn't work on here. It's mainly a pellet water, which I didn't realise. So I have made a stick mix, so I'm going to show you a video just after this of how you make it. As you just heard, fishing water I've never fished before, so I'm now going to prepare my stick mix for the day. So I'm doing it the night before, which I find very important for fishing new waters that you never fished before, to keep yourself prepared. So I've spoke to the bailiff, and he said that the fish in there don't tend to go for a lot of bait. So instead of going for sort of a PVA bag or mesh of boilies and bigger baits, I'm going to make a stick mix with sort of chop down baits and just smaller bits for the fish to just pick up on the different sizes. So here it is. So first of all, I'm going to be using the Rod Hutchinson instant boilies in Mega Tutti Frutti 14mm. I'm going to use the quarter crusher you're probably familiar with. I use them to put a few in, crush them up, and they will really be the base of my mix. Just get a few more out. Couple on. A couple of crusherfuls of them in. Probably another one. There we go. Should be enough. Might want to add a little bit more later. And we'll be adding more sort of liquidy sort of things into this mix, so it might need a bit more of this boilie to dry to absorb the liquid. But basically, by crushing them down, I'm instantly releasing all of the flavours from inside. So they smell really fruity. So as we all know, if you're a fan of Finken Tackle, you've heard this loads of times. Carp love salt and tuna. So tuna and brine is what I'd suggest to put in next. Obviously using brine because it's saltier, and just fish love tuna. Personally, don't really know why, but they always just, every single program, whatever you watch, they're all using tuna and stick mixes and spod mixes. So that's what I'm opting for next. Give that a mix in, don't be afraid to get your hands messy. Give that a little mix. Right. Next I'm going to add some pellets. So basically at the moment that is just going to sit on the bottom, really tiny little particles of bait, basically little tiny bits of bait. All the liquid of the tuna, all the oils are going to be just floating up just above it, just to cloud it up a little bit just above, to get the carp interested. But there's not a lot of things for the carp to rummage around in at the moment. Obviously I don't want to use whole boilies or half boilies because obviously they're not liking a lot of bait. Don't want anything too big. So the next thing is 2mm halibuts. Halibut pellet is personally my favourite pellet on the market. So about that much in, 2 handfuls, little mix round. Then I want to add different size of pellet. This is a mixture of 4mm and 8mm. So So again, another 2 handfuls. The reason I'm going for 2s, 4s and 6s in the same mix, so it's all going to be different breakdown times, and they're going to release their flavours at obviously different times as they break down. That's looking good at the moment. And the next thing I'm going to add is some soft pellets. Obviously these are traditionally made for float fishing, just putting them on the hook. I'm going to use some in my stick mix just because they're jelly pellets, they smell incredible. The flavour is just, they're really soft, so the flavour is really leaking out of these. So I'm going to use them. I'm not going to put too many in them in these, but they're the strawberry flavour by Crafty Catcher. So I put them in, and then I'm going to put the exact same but in the coconut. Obviously everything I'm putting in, the boilies and the pellets and these are really sweet, so I'm kind of sticking to a sweeter style. Just mix that in. Well, that is looking perfect for a carp on the bottom. That looks nice. Right, second from last ingredient in here is good old fashioned table salt. As I was saying earlier, everyone knows carp just love salt. Can't explain why, but they just do. All the TV programs, everything you watch is just proven carp love this stuff. I'm going to put a good helping of this in. Enough to cover all of the mix. Like so. And that looks awesome. Right, last ingredient is, as at the moment it's a little bit on the wet side with all the oils, not very sticky. I'm going to put the Mainline stick mix liquid in cell flavour. Reasons for the cell flavour is obviously most of the ingredients are very sweet, and cell's coconut, so that's another sweet flavour. So that is what I'm going to be using for this. I'm going to pour some of this in. Now it's not very thick, but it's very sticky. So by adding that in, mixing that around, you can probably tell it's all sticking everywhere. By adding that in, that's going to make the mix really sticky, which is really going to help to stick into my PVA. So mix that around. Make sure every single bit of bait is covered. So there we have my stick mix. Now when I get back on the bank, I will show you what I'm doing with it, and hopefully it will produce us some fish. There we are then, guys. Fish number 2. This one goes to Callum. Just straight on another reed bed, out of the wind. Seems to be working on little pop-ups, aren't we? Yeah. Just anything off the bottom. It's quite a silty bottom out here, so anything just sitting off the bottom seems to be working. But yeah, it's fish number 2 on the new water. Get in. Come to the end of my day session now, here at Marshview Fisheries in Borough Castle. I had an awesome day. I imagined 2 fish, but one was a double, so well chuffed with that. I'd just like to thank Phil and Scott for all the help for today, showing us where to fish and just giving us much information as we could possibly need. So hopefully I'll be down here again soon. Until next time, tight lines and wet nets.